Alright, what's up, guys? Later, like next month, I'm going to be doing forging. If you haven't seen Forged in Fire, it's like pretty much like blacksmithing knives, and I'm just gonna do like a rundown of what knives me and my dad are gonna be thinking to make. And my first one is going to be a chopper, just a normal style chopper with 1082 hardened steel, which is a pretty hard steel, and I still haven't figured out what the handle is going to be, and me and my dad's brand is going to be called Beast Blades. It's going to have some brass with my the starting letter of my last name. It's going to have my initials, and the handle's going to be 4.5 inches, and the blade is going to be 18 inches. My dad's first blade is going to be brass here, and then it's going to have bone as the handle, and then another thing of brass here, and it's going to say BB for Beast Blades, and then it's going to have like a Damascus finish on it, which I can't really show you what the Damascus looks like. You're just going to have to find out whenever we do it. And my third blade, I'm going to be doing, this is the spine. This is the part that's smooth, and then the blade's going to be here. So the spine is it's kind of like an opposite, it's kind of like a reverse blade. Also going to be made out of 1082 steel. Some brass with engraved like lines going inside of it. And this is going to be made out of like deer antler. So deer antler is going to be deer antler. It's gonna kind of look like that. That's what the deer antler is gonna look like. I want to try to make mine a little bit darker, since I am making it out of 1082 steel. And yeah, that's what that's what the deer antler looks like. So, yeah, and if you're wondering, hey, how do you forge a blade? Do you just shape it and let it cool down and then just absolutely just sharpen it and do whatever? No, way more complicated. It's more complicated. You've got to take the knife, put it in the forge, let it get up to where the metal looks to where it's like almost like white and glowing. Then you're gonna hammer it down to the shape that you want it. It's gonna take a little bit, so you're gonna have to put it in the forge a couple times, reshape it. After you're done shaping it to where you want it, you're gonna take a barrel of oil or any like type of container of oil, and you're going to dip the blade into the oil, which is going to harden the blade because all of the heating and everything, it's loosening the fibers inside of the blade. And if it's white and like glowing, the inside of the blade is turning to like a powder. So the oil cools down. You don't want to do it in water because water will cool down the blade too fast to where it'll start getting cracks in it, and the finishing layer, it just won't look clean. And you don't want to quench it in water because it's going to cool down too fast, so you want to do it in oil. The oil will not cool it down too fast, but it'll cool it down just enough to like use it, and then you sharpen it, put holes in the bottom of it, put your handle on and sharpen it, make it look nice, and grind it. And yeah, it's basically the whole rundown of how to make a knife. So if you want to see forging in the future, we will be making swords. But right now we're just working on knives. and me and my dad are gonna get 2 forges. One is going to be like a smaller one, like, hold on, let me see. One of them's gonna be like not that big, and it's gonna be made for knives, and it's gonna have one fire intake out of the top of it, and then the other one that we're gonna make is like super long. It's gonna have 5 propane fire outtakes, and it's gonna be really long, made for swords and everything. So yeah, if you want to see forging in the future, let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe, hit on the notification bell, and see you later.